Hello guys, I'm Nathan.
Hi, and I'm Chris.
And today we're playing Chris's specialty game.
Yes, Empire Total War.
I don't know much about it, so Chris is going to have to guide you through most of this, but...
Well, we looked at science last week and we're doing your history today.
Feels like back at school.
Oh yes, indeed. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm just showing you what units I have at my disposal. There's my skirmisher units down there.
Horse people.
Cavalry.
Horse people, yeah.
No, cavalry. They're dragoons.
They're not dragons.
No,
Lies.
dragoons. They're called... That's what they're called, okay? Heavy dragoons. Well, these are heavy dragoons. Majority of my line infantry, those are grenadiers. Elite infantry, I've got them in reserve.
Oh, elite are they?
Yes, elite.
Think they're better than us?
They do. Interesting, you can see, everyone is lined up in rows of two. That's very British. The British always lined up in two ranks.
Now, why would that be? Is it because they have the class system?
Easier for, no. It's easy for firing.
Oh, so you're fighting
So
against someone who's already
so
lost.
You can bring more muskets to bear.
Yeah, but you've already won. You're playing against the French, sir.
Oh, yes, but
They've already got half of their flag white.
no, I know. They weren't that great in the beginning part of the 18th century, but as soon as they had their revolution, suddenly the French were scary. Napoleon made the French scary.
That's why he was hailed as one of the best war heroes of France.
Exactly. So we're just having a look at the French lines here.
This is where you just laugh and go, oh, they're pathetic compared to us.
Well, you don't say that to French cavalry. French cavalry are very scary.
You mean the French horse people?
No, French cavalry. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm just manoeuvring my horse artillery.
Your
into
horse
position.
people?
No, horse artillery. So they're easier. They're much easier because they're all mounted, so they can get to positions quicker.
I like the use of mounted.
Oh yes.
They've all got good straight lines. Almost perfectly straight lines.
It's almost as if it was computerized.
Yeah, but as we know, this is literally just a video from history. We picked it up from the Natural History Museum.
Yeah, literally.
So you're flanking them now, I suppose.
What? Yes, I am trying to flank them. What I'm trying to do is get behind them to take out their artillery because cannons are very...
Cannons?
Yes, cannons are very deadly in this game. For some reason, going through trees slows down cavalry. Don't know why.
Horses and trees do not mix.
Not why that happens in real life.
Oh, that's the start. That's the start.
The battle has basically started.
There's the horsey people followed by more people, followed by more people, followed by more people. They don't seem to have very much strategy here.
No, they are basically just manoeuvring in quite a disorderly fashion.
Do they think they're Russian with swarms of people just attacking?
No, but the Russians are quite good in it.
Oh, they've disembarked from their horses.
Dismounted.
Fancy. Of course. Horses. Oh, there's Skype.
There is Skype. So you can see that is the range in which the men can fire, that little red line that appears from there. So you know how close they get to them. Usually the British would march right up to the enemy. Like the enemy would begin firing their first rounds and the British would just keep marching so they were much closer so that they could fire.
They would of course attack people with rude words.
Yes, harsh words.
There's the first white flag. Not long.
No, not long at all. That was because the French decided to charge my skirmisher units. These are called Ferguson riflemen because they use a special kind of rifle which is long range.
And because they play for Man United.
Do they?
Well, Ferguson would imply they did.
No. They basically look like dismounted dragoons, which is essentially what they are. But
for the sake of this, they're going to be dragons and horse people.
No.
These are the official names for these people.
Oh, okay. So, French line infantry moving up, trying to get towards my left flank.
See, they haven't got the right idea. Wearing red is the best thing because you're hiding blood and damage. Wearing white just makes it even more obvious.
Indeed. So, my Black Watch in reserve.
Why are they in reserve? Why are they in reserve, sir?
Because in case my front infantry decide to buckle, I've got elite infantry to back them up in case the French break through, which is I highly doubt they'll do that.
Preparing for failure, then.
Yes, good to always have a backup plan. What I'm doing now is grouping all my units together so that they're easy to get a hold of.
I see.
So, my first plan of action is to charge their artillery.
Fire, 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 charge!
Indeed. Once again, trees, don't know why, slowing them down.
I must ask as well, why are they fighting in a desert and it's raining in the
Because
desert?
this is Empire Total War is very, very historically accurate. As we know, the French and the British fought in the desert whilst it was raining.
This is, of course, Cumbria or something, I suppose.
Probably.
Well, it's obviously not London. London's never been a desert.
London. I've just seen disorderly mob of Frenchmen charging towards the centre.
Well, they look brave.
Now, very brave. They're about to receive a charge. So I split up my cavalry to deal with each of the artillery units.
Skype really does want to be known, doesn't it?
It does.
It's telling you.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
So there you go. French artillery getting mullered to pieces.
They were not expecting that.
They were not. They were not.
But what are you going to do with the cannons? I suppose they just disappear.
No, the cannons stay around. You can actually
right.
if your artillery crew is moved away from the cannons, they can actually commandeer other cannons.
That's better than I thought for a game from, what year was this?
This is a couple of years old now.
Well, like early 2000s or?
No, I'd say mid. I can't quite remember. I think it was 2008.
Well, one noticeable thing, obviously, is the graphics are terrible. Absolutely terrible.
They are now.
Yeah, they are now.
They were quite good at the time. So I can see the French are literally just charging my right flank. Although, technically, the skirmishers are my right flank, right centre of my main battalion. So the French are doing what I'm doing, and they're charging the artillery with horsemen.
Horse people.
Yes. Well, I've tried.
Oh, I like that. Yes, sir.
Yes, it's good, isn't it? It's because they're British.
They're going to fight him off with the little smoke clearing from the
they've got
things.
swords. So the horses bolt. They don't want to stick around for the fight. But unfortunately, the French only charged one of the artillery crews and not the other, so the other can continue firing.
Oh, the French and their brilliant military strategies.
Indeed. So you notice the front line of the British have crouched just because the back line can fire, because they fire
but they
by
also
rank.
like to ignore dead people.
They do.
I mean, the guy on the left, near the left there, is just standing up.
Oh, this is something Empire Total that the Total War introduced. You can actually view from the first person.
Does it add much to the cinematic experience, in your opinion?
Well, not that particular shot, because everyone was reloading. But you can actually be the musket ball
looking
as
at
you're hurtling towards.
They were just looking at trees, though.
They were. That's because the French are hiding in them.
They were the environmentalists, obviously.
Oh, yes, they were. So you can see my right centre is starting to buckle, so I'm having to bring in troops to reinforce that.
I see. Oh, you've got some cowards.
Yes, I do. My dragoons.
Dragons.
Whatever.
We've been over this.
They lost the fight. After their triumphant attack against the cannons,
they just didn't want to
they
live
just
anymore.
decided the French were just going to. Infantry just came and destroyed the majority of them. So I've got Black Watch here, along with elite infantry and my grenadiers, all in there fighting off the French.
And they're winning.
Or the French.
No, you
At my land,
yeah.
because I've brought out massive reinforcements. So the French cavalry did what my cavalry did, and they've stopped. So I'm having to turn my cannons around to shoot them.
Oh, that's what they're doing. They're just trying to be awkward now.
They are being very awkward, and the French seem to have noticed that. So they're going to come here, and my cannons aren't going to do nothing about that.
They look quite calm.
Well, they're going to move the cannon to shoot them, but not actually shoot.
Makes sense.
It makes very much sense.
AI these days, or when this was made, was obviously cutting edge stuff.
They did sort out the majority of the graphical problems and AI problems in Napoleon Total War, which I may or may not play later on. But to be honest, Napoleon only features Europe as a sort of playable area. Empire just has a much better.
It's not that bad seeing Europe. I mean,
no,
Europe,
but you can play against
amazing.
Native Americans in this and Indians.
So why did you show us a European battle?
Because more interesting.
Fair enough. Suppose.
So you can see my men were about to run, but as soon as they got to grips with the French, they're like, no, actually, we're going to stick around for a bit longer before running.
That horse just got owned.
Yes. See, now they are actually going to run.
Yeah.
Too many French pikes. Or bayonets.
No.
So I won that
Pikes are
battle. I won
yeah.
that majority of that battle. You can see from the little indicator down here, the green bar is much bigger than the red bar.
Well, I would say marginally bigger.
Well, whatever.
But you can see a difference. You can see.
So green is
winning.
obviously me,
Yeah.
the British, and the red is the French. And I am winning.
just about. Yeah, but winning is winning. So they seem to be hanging on quite well there on the left, aren't they?
They do, against a horse. I'm surprised I didn't actually make my men go into a square formation, which is very good against receiving cavalry charges.
You trap them in and just hit them with everything.
No, basically, a square formation presents 4 rows of bayonets to the enemy, and also musket fire behind that. You'll see the French do it later on.
Okay. So you like the Total War series?
I do like Total War series. I don't like the new Shogun 2 that's recently came out.
Have you
not
played
like
it,
that.
or are you
No,
just
I
saying-
have played, like, I think I played a demo of it. It wasn't. I don't really like it, considering we've come out of medieval times with Total War. We did Empire, which was this one, it's 18th century. We did Napoleon, which is early 19th century, and suddenly we went back to medieval Japan for some reason.
Yeah, but it's
I didn't
Japan.
really like
It's
that.
completely unexplored. That's the thing. That's
It's
the
not.
main reason.
Shogun was the first Total War game.
Yeah, but they have to. If you think about historical games nowadays, Japan is so just ignored in terms of things. I mean, World War II, World War One, there are millions of things. European battles are everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
You don't see much American, like Civil War and stuff.
Well, this
but
was
you,
the
you
first
can
game.
see
This
some,
was the
yeah.
first time America was used in a Total War game, apart from the expansion pack for Medieval War 2, Medieval 2, which featured like the first colonialization. But this actually has the United States of America.
Because the only time I can think of Japan being used, like, I mean, my historical game accuracies aren't the best in the world, but the last time I remember them being used was in Call of Duty World at War.
So yeah, it was more interesting from the first person view. You saw
Just about, yeah.
line infantry fighting against the Irish brigade that the French were using. Because the Irish were, of course, Catholic.
Yeah,
Still
they
are
did
Catholic
not
at
like
this
Britain.
time. They did not like the Protestant Britain. So they often helped out the French in various battles.
That's someone hitting someone on the head with a frying pan.
Yeah.
Very
That is
commonly used tactic, yeah.
That is very, very much used. I see my main artillery, which are the howitzers. They can fire huge bloody balls and things. Haven't got anything to shoot at now because the French are running away out of range.
Well, they've just smelt, aren't they?
Or cowardly.
Yeah, but the French, that's one word that you think of.
Yeah, indeed. As
Oh, here's some first-person view.
yes, we're watching the Black Watch, which are the Highlands
Running into
elite,
trees, running into
trees. Well, trees have hampered me a lot this match.
Yeah.
This battle.
The guy in front of you looks like half his head's missing, but it's probably just his weird textured hat.
It is. I got that's good. Is it beret?
Yeah, I think it's a beret.
Yeah, it's a beret.
Can't see what colour it is. Oh, they're charging
We're
incredibly
charging.
slowly, but they're doing it.
It's because we're charging up a hill.
Oh,
And
there's
they're
tricky
pretty
hills.
tired. They're pretty tired. They've
Oh, the
been
French have turned.
fighting all day.
The French have turned around. Brilliant face there.
Oh, lovely face. You can see a bit of dueling going on.
Got punched in the face before his ugly face.
Yeah.
So this is Chris's games, really, because I don't play these at all.
I love RTS games. They're brilliant.
I guess that would be your genre.
It is my genre. Empire Total War brings RTS really well. I like Total War games.
So I think next week we'll probably have a go at something I'm more used to,
All right.
which some of you might hate it, some of you might like it, but it's Minecraft.
Oh God.
And it's up to Chris whether he wants to commentate or not, but I think he might be joining me for this. Because that's a game I've just recently started
Some
loving.
of the mods on Minecraft are bad, but I just,
Oh, no,
it's
we're gonna
a
be doing
waste-
raw
it's such
Minecraft.
a waste of time.
As is this.
This is not a waste of
It
time.
is.
You could, the campaign on this, you can make empires. Hence the name Empire Total War.
And in Minecraft you can build entire cities for yourself.
You can
You
forge
can-
nations. You can make rebellion. You can make Britain a republic in this. By having revolutions.
Can you make sheep and other sheep go mad with sex and just rape each other?
No, but you can make people increase your population, which is very key to making more troops.
Animal sex versus population increase.
But you're sick. Animal sex. God,
Pigs on pigs, cows on cows.
that is just great.
I think we're gonna have to cut it here soon because 15 minutes again.
15 minutes.
We're
So,
using up our 10 minutes. We're going 15 this time.
basically, you can see that I am literally about to win. I basically won here. I'm just mopping up.
You're cleaning up after yourself.
Indeed.
Well, thanks for watching again, guys.
Yeah.
Another different game, I think.
Different game indeed.